Richtung Salzburg.
Nation.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys a perfect 2-0 to start the year. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys not quite as hot to start the year, 0-2 heading into this one. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as a cornerback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
And the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 13 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the Central American rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. To throw, it's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. For our Patriots. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. He's got it to the 43 here. You look at this Steeler defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
To the air, May. And Diggs has it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff.
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with the back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
That's another Patriots first down.
Throwing here is May. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's Keon White, who worked his way in and made the play.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. And a first down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. The Steelers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A handoff for Warren. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. That is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Steelers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Brings up third down.
Now May on the sneak. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good. 4 on Patriots. First down. First and 10.
They go play action now. May. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
15 at the 32-yard line.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Where was it?
They'll throw with May. It's complete to Diggs. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
3rd down and 13.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Douglas complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll run it. Warren. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Rodgers. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Boswell. Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. New England's offense set to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's May. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going to throw. May. That's out to the flat for Gibson. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down is May. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Working from the gun, Rodgers to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half.
39-yard gain.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Here's Warren. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's another.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they show jet sweeping instead and run up the middle here. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Again up the middle to Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On the run, it's Warren. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Patriots 19-yard line.
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Second down and 4. Now run the one. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Oh, now a running play here with Smith. Pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson.
And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
That's another Patriots.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the
Douglas, the man in motion. Back to throw now on 1st down. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 7. The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll look to throw again. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Back to throw again. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Borregales now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Pats are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. Our tour around the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The New York Football Giants at home to take on the reigning AFC champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. And here's the second-year man, Xavier Worthy. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get him. Put it in the books as a 76-yard score. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Kyler Murray. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Cardinals are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle, the Seahawks taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. He only had one catch in the game, but it was this one, and it counted. The Seahawks are into the win column. They get the victory here in Week 3. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Blue 58!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
This 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's Rodgers.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
To throw is Rodgers.
To the right side and intercepted.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Throwing here is May.
He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Now May on the sneak. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
And he stopped immediately there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To the air, May. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To throw, it's May.
He's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll throw with May.
And Diggs has it. And they'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want, they go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it, got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
Looking to put a drive together.
Blue 58.
He'll start with a handoff to Johnson.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the run. And a loose football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin,
His first touchdown of the new season.
and the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive, 4 plays.
And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of that.
This is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Ben Scarano. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And the Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Warren. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in their own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Stephon Diggs with 2 touchdowns on
the season, both in this game. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steelers offense and their running back Jalen Warren headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. The tackle was by the Boston College product Harold Landry. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Steelers.
Up the middle they go. Warren. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Patriots take over. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 5.
At the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's May. It's complete left side to Aguilar. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
That'll be complete to Stevenson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. That's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Stevenson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
The extra point now for Borregales.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Up the middle they go. It's Warren. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run the play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
To throw is Rodgers. That was screen set up for Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's fourth down.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worse, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Here now, third down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here's Kent to return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Steelers have won the game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory, but that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that locker room, you know what they're saying? We didn't really lose. Time just ran out on us. That's the attitude they have because they don't see it happen very often, not even sure how to handle it.
And you see some stunned faces heading for the exits here in New England. So for Pittsburgh, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.